This is the kind of occasion we all relish as football fans. Non-stop hype all week long, and now for the action. Hello from one of the great venues in world football, the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting next to me with her tactical chart is Sue Smith. And what we have coming up for you is action from La Liga EA Sports. It's Real Madrid against Girona.
Well, being in and around the ground before kick-off, the fans are buzzing. They can't wait for this game, so hopefully it's a fast-paced, entertaining match.
And let's dissect the Real Madrid side. Thibaut Courtois is the keeper of choice. Antonio Rudiger plays alongside Eder Militao in central defence. Jude Bellingham starts alongside Federico Valverde in central midfield. And handed the task of playing up front today is Kylian Mbappe. Well, he keeps going. Aimed towards Mbappe. Was it a great clearance? Here's the Girona starting 11. Viktor Tsigankov starts with Thomas Lemar in the wide areas and a formidable striker in this setup in the person of Christian Stuani. Jude Bellingham. Now with Alexander-Arnold. That's a good-looking pass. Oh, they were in a decent position too.
Yeah, I like the approach play, but just... that final pass, didn't they?
Throw-ins given. Ángel Herrera. Now with Bellingham. Building to a crescendo all week, and very shortly it will be for... Hello and welcome to one of the most recognisable venues in world football, the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu here in Madrid. My name is Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary, ready to provide all the tactical intricacies, is Sue Smith. And the focus is on one of the finest leagues in world football, La Liga. It's Real Madrid against Girona.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm anticipating a good game today. The coaching staff have done all they can. Now it's about taking it onto the pitch.
And the starting players for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois is in goal. Eder Militao plays with Antonio Rudiger in central defence. Federico Valverde plays alongside Jude Bellingham in the centre of midfield. And the main threat in attack today should be Kylian Mbappe. And the decision is one of offside here. And the starting 11 for Girona. Viktor Tsigankov starts with Thomas Lemar in the wide areas and a formidable striker in this setup in the person of Christian Stuani. Federico Valverde. And Real's creative tendencies coming to the fore. Mbappe! And a goal! An early boost for them. The first goal of the game. They're off and running.
look now, and you can see he's under all sorts of pressure here. He's done well, though, to fend them off. Really strong play and a good finish, too.
Then Viktor Tsigankov. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? Valverde. Real Madrid unable to hang on to the ball. Good ball over the top. Dear, up a dead end. It was promising. Really inventive stuff from Real here. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. Valverde. Here's Mbappe. Can they set up a chance? It's with Vinicius Junior. And possession given away. Oh, this looks useful. And he did well to cut it out. Ivan Martin. On to Estuani. Trying to tee it up. Determined just to get it behind for the corner. Short corner taken. Decent position. That's excellent defending following the cross. Well, that's the sign of a well-organised defence.
I really stood firm there, didn't he?
Real might threaten on the flank. And under pressure, that was a fine claim. Ángel Herrera. Arnau Martinez. Really good interception. Confident attacking play. Ángel Herrera. Arnau Martinez. Lemar. Martin. Promising ball.
Oh, picked out the perfect run there. He's such a clever player, isn't he?
Arnau Martinez. Daily Blitz. And here's Lemar. Over the touchline for what will be a Real Madrid throw. Tchouaméni. And Valverde. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now with Bellingham. Valverde. And Bellingham. Passing it accurately. Good through ball. Cross could be useful. Well, they can keep possession of it now. Making use of his physical strength to hang on to it. And the confidence to take him on. Bellingham. Options in the middle. Bellingham! And you have to say, good defending, just in front of the goalkeeper there.
Yeah, the block took all the power out the shot, didn't it? The keeper will take those all day long.
Herrera. Real Madrid regaining possession. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Well, he knows what he's doing defensively.
Yeah, it was good positioning there, wasn't it?
Ángel Herrera. Herrera. And here's Lamar. Well, it's a good-looking position. Is there a goal in the future? It needs an accurate cross. Well, good idea. Fine build-up play. Herrera. Ivan Martin. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Eder Militao. Now with Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Valverde. Rudiger. Jude Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. This went slightly awry for them there. Viktor Tsigankov. And moving it forward. Not made it look routine, but read it well.
Yeah, he was certainly on that in a flash, wasn't he?
A sloppy passage of play. Rudiger. Here's Valverde. Keeping the ball is what it's all about. Eder Militao. Now Eder Militao. Jude Bellingham. Well, they lost custody of it. Tsigankov. And Lamar in the middle. Can they square the game? Well, trying to take their time, but not enough care on the ball. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Well, a disappointing throw in there. Well, possibilities inside the box. Vinicius Junior. Real Madrid have given it away. And he has options available. Oh, fancy footwork. Excellent save from Thibaut Courtois. Well, it's a pretty low line at the moment.
Yeah, they look happy to put the shutters up and defend. When you sit back like this, you're just asking for trouble.
Real find themselves in a position of menace. Lovely tempo here. This looks interesting. Well read to ease the pressure. Arnau Martinez. Martin. Viktor Tsigankov. Now with Estuani. And using the flank. Trying to plot a route. back to the defence.
Yeah, really well organised off the ball there.
Federico Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Fine run from Mbappe. Bellingham. Interesting pass. Is it going to be? Oh, reacted so quickly. Going short. It's a neat move. And the chance slips away. Bellingham. Another good-looking attack. And we saw the situation developing. Ivan Martin. Well, they're behind, but they might be onto something here.
Yeah, they're dictating the play now.
Lemar. Martin. And nice vision. Seemed to switch off for a moment, and now a throw-in. Federico Valverde. And Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Possession, the most important thing. Federico Valverde. Eder Militao. Alexander-Arnold. And strong play here. Attacking possibilities for Real. Valverde. This looks more than decent. It needs an accurate cross. Well, goal kick, just as it was looking promising.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't make the most of that.
Martinez. Viktor Tsigankov. Ivan Martin. Now with Estuani. Feeding it through. Alexander-Arnold. Eder Militao. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now Eder Militao. On the ball, Rudiger. And showing good game awareness. Well, good run and good ball control. And options in the centre. Danger building. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Lemar. Intelligent threaded pass here. Trying to craft something. How about the cross? Promising ball. Will it happen for them? Not the best clearance. Well, no damage done. Mbappe. And a lot to like about this attack. Good distribution. Well cleared away. And a chance to whip it in here. Chance was building. Bellingham. And nearing the half-time interval, Real Madrid hold the edge here. How about your assessment of what you've seen from them in the first 45?
Yeah, it's a close one, a difficult one to call. I think they'll be the happier of the two sides, though, going in front, but it's marginal. They'll need a little bit more in the second half.
Options in the centre. Martinez. Ivan Martin. Herrera. Oh, it comes to nothing in the end. Really should have made more of that. Federico Valverde. Rudiger has it. Happy to play keep ball, and why not?
Yeah, they're enjoying themselves, aren't they?
Trying to absorb the pressure. Moving it so confidently now. Bellingham. Rudiger. Valverde. The defenders know you can't really allow space like that. Nice sequence this. Now possibilities in the centre. And cutting in field. Vinicius Junior. And very nicely positioned to win it back. Jude Bellingham. Aurelien Tchouameni. On the ball, Rudiger. Federico Valverde. Aurelien Tchouameni. Smart defending. So plenty of forward momentum from Real Madrid here. Martin. Herrera. It's a neat move. Well, that's a fine-looking pass. And snuffed out the danger immediately. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. But they dealt with the threat posed. Viktor Tsigankov. And the first half is in the history books here at the Bernabeu. Into the second half then, here at the Bernabeu. Rudiger. Ball control is the key. Vinicius Junior. Arnau Martinez. Tsigankov. Ivan Martin. Onto Estuani. In the right place to cut out the pass. Martinez. Wasteful again in possession. What can Real do from this position? And played to the front post. Well, it's actually ended up being easy meat for the keeper. Lemar. Yangel Herrera. Martin. Victor Tsigankov. Herrera. Ivan Martin. Tsigankov. Martin. Victor Tsigankov. Really nice looking pass. And credit due, a good intervention. Really good build-up, but no end product. Lemar. Yangel Herrera. And danger averted, well read. Vinicius Junior. Tchouaméni. Jude Bellingham. And a textbook interception. Eder Militao. Bellingham. And Valverde. Eder Militao. And moving the ball forward with genuine purpose here. But the danger averted for now. Ready to break, perhaps? Very quick thinking there. Ivan Martin. Yangel Herrera. Very effective passing sequence.
Yeah, looking sharp at the minute. It's all about timing now.
Herrera. Could be troublesome. And just putting it over the top. Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change. Well, the verdict on Kylian Mbappe, in a word, positive.
Yeah, I think he's had a really good first half. Not only his goal, which he took well, but his overall performance. I'm sure he'll look to continue that in the second half.
Excellent vision. And the goal it is for Real Madrid. They are on a victory course.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a nice ball in behind from Valverde. And what a finish that is. Driven low, loads of power, and the keeper's got no chance. Really well taken, that.
So the ball rolling again at 2-0. Herrera. Yangel Herrera. A really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. Christian Stuani. Flag raised for offside. Alexander-Arnold. Valverde. Using his physical strength to make sure he doesn't lose the ball.
Yeah, shows his strength there to hold them off.
Rudiger. Alexander-Arnold. Impressive build-up. Oh, disappointing end to that. Using his strength to shield the ball. Vinicius Junior. Good ball over the top. So half an hour remaining. Valverde. Jude Bellingham. And strong play here. Alexander-Arnold. Delivering it into the box. And the crossbar gets in the way.
Good movement initially to find the space. Decent header. It just needs to get over it slightly.
And possession lost there. Lemar. Ivan Martin. And the ball in behind the defenders. Oh, could be an opportunity here. Was angled towards Lemar. Well, it's a long road back, but they've got to start somewhere.
Well, that could have been their ticket back into the game. 2 goals down. You just can't keep wasting chances like this.
Valverde. That can be so difficult to play against a confident passing team when you're trailing. Federico Valverde. Now Eder Militao. Tchouaméni. Aurélien Tchouaméni. Well, they know how to pass the ball and at pace.
Yeah, it's lovely to see this, isn't it?
Jude Bellingham. Well, let's see if something comes of this. Alexander-Arnold. High quality defending. Oh, you'll have a go. And possession changing hands. Valverde. Doing well to win it back. What can they do from here? Oh, moving it nicely. And on to Alexander-Arnold. Danger building. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Martinez. On to Estuani. Lamar. On to Van de Beek. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Vinicius Junior. On the ball, Rudiger. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Valverde. And moving the ball forward with genuine purpose here. Jude Bellingham. Chouameni. Attractive build-up. Bellingham. Promising ball. He read it well defensively. Oh, they'll be disappointed. It looked promising. Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game. Martin. Tsigankov. Lamar. Donny van de Beek. Good run, very much in control of the situation. Alexander-Arnold. And Real doing well to win it back. And threaded through by Mbappe. Really fine piece of defending play to break us up. Van de Beek. Ivan Martin. Trying to really get at the opposition here. But timely defending when it mattered. Now breaking at pace. Potential danger. Well, they have to pay attention. Who can he pick out? He read the situation defensively and did his job. Promising looking attack. Herrera. And here's Lamar. Looking for the final pass. Herrera. Martin. Options in the centre. Intelligent ball. A fine block. Federico Valverde. Well, not giving the opposition a look in. That's strong play. Yangel Herrera. On to Van de Beek. Lamar. Determined defending. Well, Real Madrid are going to make the change now. in the centre. Looking to get back into it.
Yeah, it's nice build-up, isn't it?
Ivan Martin. Chance to shoot.
Well, good hands there from the keeper.
Aurelien Tchouameni. Here's Valverde. Kylian Mbappe. Incisive pass from Mbappe. Oh, reacted so quickly. And there's the delivery. Keeper gets it away. Alexander-Arnold. How did they let that attack come to an end? Just wasn't going to give that ball away. Tsigankov. Martinez. Ivan Martin. Yangel Herrera. Martin. Arnau Martinez. Viktor Tsigankov. Could reduce the deficit. Given the situation they're in, not much margin for error.
That's a great opportunity to get themselves back into this game. I can't see them getting many more now.
Valverde. Well, close to the end of this contest, and Real Madrid absolutely cruising. Your thoughts?
Yeah, you've got to say they deserve the victory. The work rate on and off the ball has been really good, and you can see they've got a real determination today, and it shows, and it would be an excellent result.
Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Rudiger. It's with Vinicius Junior. Federico Valverde. Well, a bit wasteful from the merengues. Martin. Yangel Herrera. Lemar. Very effective pass. And the chance slips away. Well, let's get more details on the injury situation from our pitchside reporter, Jeff Shreves.
Word from the bench is that he's actually twisted his knee. That's why he's been trying it out. But at the moment, he's carrying on.
Cheers, Jeff. Textbook example of how to cut it out. Camavinga. Federico Valverde. And Bellingham. Valverde. Intelligent defending. Good-looking move. Valverde. Real chance. Well, an excellent piece of goalkeeping anticipation. Viktor Tsigankov. Martinez. Ivan Martin. Herrera. Martin. Martinez. Yangel Herrera. Trying to tee it up. And what a save! It looked as though that header was going in.
Yeah, what a save. That was on top of him in the blink of an eye. Did well to stop that, didn't he?
Very alert defending to cut off the supply.
Oh, that needed to go in, didn't it, to stand any chance of getting back into this. You've got to praise the keeper, though. He does do well there. It's a really important save and at a crucial time.
Well, keeping the ball as they're doing is helping the cause.
Yeah, right tactic at this point in the game, isn't it?
Carvajal. So a throw in here. Aurelien Tchouameni and Valverde. Kylian Mbappe. And now Rodrigo. Well, this could really help the cause on a solid piece of goalkeeping. Another play in a Real Madrid throw-in coming up. Vinicius Junior. So 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on. Valverde. Here's Carvajal. Rudiger. Rodrigo. Not as accurate as it could have been.
Yeah, it's sloppy that. They'll be disappointed.
Ladislav Krejci. Ángel Herrera. Lemar. Showing good ball control. That's a good-looking pass. Read that pass all the way, cutting it out. Jude Bellingham. Federico Valverde. So there goes the final whistle. Real Madrid victory. It really is a sparkling day for football at one of the great venues in the world game, the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid. I'm Derek Ray here at the microphone, and sitting alongside me is the former England international Sue Smith. An action coming up from the Spanish top division, La Liga. It's Real Madrid against Girona.
Well, I'm sure both managers will have given them their final instructions. Go out and give it their all. Hopefully, that'll be enough for a positive result. I'm looking forward to this one.
And the starting players for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois begins in goal. Eder Militao plays with Antonio Rudiger in central defence. Federico Valverde plays alongside Jude Bellingham in the centre of midfield. And the main striker today is Kylian Mbappe. Opportunity! And the starting 11 for Girona. Viktor Tsigankov starts with Thomas Lemar in the wide areas and a formidable striker in this setup in the person of Christian Stuani. Jude Bellingham. And on to Alexander-Arnold. He fancies it. In it goes! That will do nicely for starters. First goal of the game.
Well, we can see it again, and he does well. He shows great strength and balance to fend the defender off, and then he slots it home. It's a really good goal, that.
Back underway, 1-0 it is. Ángel Herrera. Krejci. On to Stuani. Oh, that's a clever ball. Superb effort to keep it in. saw the situation developing.
Yeah, really good work there to see what was happening, wasn't it?
Federico Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Well, no stopping him. And the through ball. And keeps it out, showing lightning-fast reactions.
In those split seconds, you need razor-sharp reflexes, and that stop was absolutely flawless.
Well, they fancy a short one. Mbappe in the centre. It didn't really work the keeper when all was said and done. Now they have possession in a good area of the pitch. Lamar. Christian Stuani. Martinez. Holding on to it. Well, they'll see it as very disappointing to give it away as cheaply as that.
Yeah, he's got to take care of the ball better there.
Interesting pass. Well, they pressed them high, and here they come. Might lead to a chance. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. Ángel Herrera. Vinicius Junior. Here's Valverde. Productive pass. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Jude Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Oh, magnificent passing. Thoughtful play. Another good-looking attack.
Oh, we've got a chance here, you know.
Arnau Martinez. Martin. Krejci. And in the right position to read it. Federico Valverde. Aurélien Tchouaméni is with Vinicius Junior. Eder Militao. Vinicius Junior. Here's Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. And Valverde. Jude Bellingham. Christian Stuani. Super pass. And it's a quality pass. Oh, good use of the ball.
Yeah, looking really sharp, aren't they?
Ángel Herrera. Tsigankov. Martin. Viktor Tsigankov. That's a good-looking ball. Well, far from the cross he had in mind. Goal kick it is. Vinicius Junior. Rudiger has it. And decent acreage for Real Madrid to run into. But quick thinking defensively. Martin. And Blint. Blint. Martinez. Well, they're behind, but they might be onto something here. Well, they were very patient, but they no longer have the ball. Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. Sitting deep here, that's their intention.
Yeah, it's a bit too passive for me. I just feel they need to go out and engage.
Vinicius Junior. And moving it forward. Bellingham. Chouameni. This is a joy to watch. And the confidence to take him on. And it's in! Real Madrid firmly in charge here.
Well, this is great. I really like the way he slipped past his marker here. And then it's great vision with a superb strike from a long way out. That's a really confident goal.
So underway once more, 2-0 the lead here. Ángel Herrera. Real did well to regain control of the ball. Favouring possession football.
Yeah, this is good game management, isn't it?
Eder Militao. Really good interception. Herrera. Ivan Martin. Sigankov. Well, made it look routine, but read it well. Eder Militao. Here's Mbappe. Can they open them up? Mbappe! Well, hit with ferocity when accuracy was required. Well, this could really help the cause. Real Madrid have given us away. Lamar. Martin. Ángel Herrera. Ivan Martin. Oh, read it really well. Jude Bellingham. Plenty of options. Rudiger. Oh, that's fine defensive play.
Spotted the danger quickly there. Great shape from them.
Well, difficult for both sides to find any passing rhythm. Herrera. A good vision there. How about the cross? Moving the ball nicely. Well, honestly, I didn't mean to jinx them. Just wasn't a very good pass, finally. Blitz. Herrera. Martin. Yangel Herrera. Ivan Martin. Arnau Martinez. Herrera. Lamar. Oh, the threat is there. And a goal kick coming up. Ivan Martin. Arnau Martinez. Martin. Released it nicely. Alexander-Arnold. And the cross from Mbappe. Oh, a finish of real class! No wonder he's celebrating. Take a bow.
Well, this is a perfect delivery into the box. It's just begging for someone to get on the end of it. And then just look at this finish. He entices the keeper in, and it's a lovely little dink to deceive him. It's a superb finish, you have to say.
So the action continues, and Real very much bossing the proceedings. Lamar. So out for a throw-in. Lamar. Very effective pass. Showing a great defensive instinct. Kylian Mbappe. Here's Valverde. And Bellingham. Well read to win possession back. Could catch them on the break. Ivan Martin. That's really good and effective physical play.
Yeah, protects it well, doesn't he?
Getting in there to intercept. Jude Bellingham. Beautiful pass. Valverde. And losing the ball there. Lamar. Trying to tee it up. Ángel Herrera. Rudiger is with Vinicius Junior, and with the advantage, no reason why you shouldn't play keep ball. Bellingham and Valverde. Decent position, and just too much height on the header. And time for the change now. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. And taking it without any trouble at all. Zigankov. Martinez. Ángel Herrera. And the pass keeps them flowing.
Oh, his vision is just top class, isn't it?
Alexander-Arnold. Now with Bellingham. And the challenge halts them in their tracks. Victor Zigankov. On to Van de Beek. And support available. And showing good game awareness. Rudiger is with Vinicius Junior. Real Madrid have given us away. Quick break could be on. Vinicius Junior. Out of play, Real Madrid throw here. Vinicius Junior. Rudiger has it. Well, standing off a bit, aren't they? Tchouaméni. And Bellingham. Aurélien Tchouaméni. Bellingham is with Vinicius Junior. Fine pass. Another goal! The lead grows to 4 now. A rampant display.
Well, here we can see it again, and he does well to get some space for the shot. Strikes it with enough power, and the keeper can't do much about it as it hits the bar and goes in.
So on with the game, and when one team cuts loose in this fashion, it's hard to know what to do next. So 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on. And the right place to cut out the pass. Tchouaméni. Keeping the ball is what it's all about. Vinicius Junior. On the ball, Rudiger. Aurélien Tchouaméni. Rudiger is with Vinicius Junior. Now with Bellingham. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Viktor Tsigankov. That's a lovely ball. And that is that. Half-time here in the Spanish capital. Well, a complete performance from Jude Bellingham, and one that has caught the eye.
Yeah, you can see how much he's influencing the game.
So the second half begins, and sometimes this is what you get. One team accelerating away. Well, spot on with that challenge. Played into the box. It wasn't quite as good as it looked when it left the boot. Vinicius Junior. And now their turn to have the ball. Donny van de Beek. Oh, that's a clever ball. And the keeper collects under a bit of pressure. Rudiger is with Vinicius Junior. Well, it can be so difficult to play against a confident passing team when you're trailing. Eder Militao. Now with Alexander-Arnold. Tchouaméni. And Valverde. And a strong tackle. Ángel Herrera. It's now with Van de Beek. Well, that's a fine-looking pass. And here's Lemar. And the goalkeeper taking charge. Thoughtful play. Offside it is. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alert intervention. Jude Bellingham. Credit to them for winning back possession.
Yeah, did well to stop the danger.
Herrera. Given away by Real Madrid. Exploiting the wide area. And that's expert defending. Martinez. Ivan Martin. Ángel Herrera. Lemar. Herrera. On to Van de Beek. And here's Lemar. Interesting pass. Opportunity. Ah, that's how to defend.
Yeah, I love that tackle. It's a cracking bit of defending.
happy to play keep ball, and why not? Careless in possession. Vinicius Junior. Now with Bellingham. Chouameni. Now Eder Militao. Federico Valverde is with Vinicius Junior. Well, he keeps going. Valverde. Lamar doing everything possible to keep possession. Christian Stuani. Annoyingly, there it breaks down.
Yeah, that looked really promising. They'll be disappointed, you know.
Chouameni. Federico Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Mbappe. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Substitution for Real Madrid. And short it is. Oh, could be an opportunity here. Here's Valverde. Mbappe. And with that, the attack breaks down. And they'll get ready for the throw-in.
Well, the possession stats are certainly in favour of Real Madrid. They've been able to control the middle of the park, and they're doing a great job of winning it back quickly. You've got to think if this continues, it's going to be a matter of just how many are they going to score.
Eder Militao. Valverde. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Brahim. Promising ball. Brahim. Real Madrid have given us away. And strong play here. Well, we're into the final half hour. What was the chance they could get caught out on the break here? Ángel Herrera. Clever defending. Mbappe. Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Valverde. Determined defending. Lamar. And here's Lamar. Good-looking move. Van de Beek. Oh, could be. And cleared away.
Yeah, it's about getting rid and getting his team up the pitch, isn't it?
And the substitution will occur now. Sigankov. Herrera. On to Van de Beek. Arnau Martinez. Intelligent defending. Bellingham just wasn't going to give that ball away. Real in a good position out wide. Teammates in the middle. And that's It's an easy one after a disappointing attempt.
Yeah, that was missing that crucial final touch, wasn't it? And at this level, those moments matter.
Martinez. Martin. Arnau Martinez. Herrera. And here's Lemar. Well read to win possession back. His determination there for all to see. Arnau Martinez. And Blint. Ivan Martin. And nicely over the top. Well, clattered away. Jude Bellingham. Here's Carvajal. Vinicius Junior. That's a good-looking pass. Fisted clear. Ángel Herrera. An alert intervention. Had no interest in losing possession. Lemar. Tsigankov. Arnau Martinez. Just wasn't going to part with the ball. Well, gifting away possession. Carvajal. Into the final 20 minutes. Keeping the ball is what it's all about. Federico Valverde. Jude Bellingham. Might lead to a chance. Clears it away. Van de Beek. Krejci. Martin. Tsigankov. Ivan Martin. Arnau Martinez. And here's Lemar. Plays with a positional sense that is second to none. Ivan Martin. Lemar. Martin. Arnau Martinez. Ángel Herrera. Donny van de Beek. Herrera. Well, not hard to read that pass. Carvajal. Eder Militao. Brahim. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Real might threaten on the flank. Valverde. And Bellingham. It's a neat move. And snuffing out the danger. Lemar. Herrera. Jude Bellingham. Here's Mbappe. Bellingham. Diaz. A struggle for Real Madrid to hang on to the ball. Viktor Tsigankov. Here's Blind now. Martin. And here's Lamar. Martinez. A long way from the perfect pass. Composed play in possession. Trying to tee it up. Very quick thinking there. Ready to break, perhaps? Oh, looks so promising. Safe pair of hands, did his job. Blint. Herrera. And here's Lamar. Under pressure, doesn't seem to be bothering him. They will now make use of their substitutes bench. Krejci. Ball retention is often part of it. Herrera. And here's Lamar. Lamar. Yangel Herrera. And here's Lamar. Martin. Arnau Martinez. Tsigankov. Oh, that's a fine-looking pass. Really doing a fine job of protecting the ball. Well, that effort lacked a bit of oomph, it has to be said.
Yeah, it was the right idea, just not the end product. He's going to be disappointed with that.
Valverde. Given away by Real Madrid. Martin. Now with Estuani. Dangerous ball. Oh, but brilliantly read to cut it out. It looks so promising. And a throw-in forthcoming. Now what can they do from here? Viktor Tsigankov. On to Estuani. Well, that's good defending. Well organised at the back. Tchouaméni. Eder Militao. And Valverde. Carvajal. Vinicius Junior. Here's Valverde. Real Madrid have given us away. Jude Bellingham. Now Eder Militao. Brahim. Valverde. Brahim Diaz now. Now opening things up. Oh, there is a goalkeeper with a fine technique. Well, that's how to shield the ball and control it. Carvajal. Given away by Real Madrid. Yangel Herrera. And here's Lamar. Herrera. Lamar. Yangel Herrera. It's now with Van de Beek. Showing a good reading of the game. Tchouaméni and Bellingham. Valverde. Brahim. Good strength to keep the ball. Valverde. Annoyingly, there it breaks down. Neither side really able to keep the ball for any significant length of time.
Yeah, they're just rushing the passes a bit here. It's all a bit messy, isn't it?
Showing a great defensive instinct. Lamar. Martin. Arnau Martinez. Herrera. And here's Lamar. Ivan Martin. Yangel Herrera. Now with Estuani. And danger averted. Well read. Viktor Tsigankov. Well, he's certainly not alone. And just like that, broken up. Bellingham. Well, shielding the ball admirably. Well, that's the end of that move for now. Good weight on that pass. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. And the referee says that will do it. It's the end of the game, and it's a victory for Real Madrid. Their fans are going to be happy with this.
Well, that was really comfortable, wasn't it? The play going forward was so clinical.
Well, it really is a sparkling day for football at one of the great venues in the world game, the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me today on the commentary gantry is Sue Smith. And what we have coming up for you is action from La Liga EA Sports. It's Real Madrid against Girona.
Well, both managers will be reminding the players that it's important to get off to a quick start, really attack the opposition and put them on the back foot from the off. Hopefully we'll get a good game.
Bellingham. And the starting 11 for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois begins in goal. Eder Militao plays with Antonio Rüdiger in central defence. Federico Valverde plays alongside Jude Bellingham in the centre of midfield. And the main striker today is Kylian Mbappe.
Sorry, think they might be in here.
Well, only just wide of the post. Yangel Herrera. And here's Lamar. A creative look about this. And in a perfect position to cut it out.
Yeah, he got himself in a great position there.
Arnau Martinez. Viktor Tsigankov. Pass chiselled nicely. Could cross it in here. Well, the threat could be there. And a throw-in forthcoming. That's a good-looking ball. And here's Lamar. Decent idea, showing a good reading of the game. Federico Valverde. Now with Alexander-Arnold. Shielding the ball superbly.
Oh, he's such a tenacious player. I love watching him.
Can he play it in? Now opening things up. And regaining control of the ball. And support available. Martinez. Textbook example of how to cut it out. Vinicius! And much to his disappointment, couldn't direct it on target.
Well, they should have taken the lead there, and what a good start that would have been.
And Real's creative tendencies coming to the fore. Can they chisel open the defence?
Yeah, you can see they're just waiting for an opening.
Jude Bellingham. And defending as a unit. Jude Bellingham. Showing good ball control. Not there to intercept. Vinicius Junior. And space to cross it. Bellingham! A gift for any goalkeeper. Ivan Martin. Herrera. And here's Lamar. Martin. Lamar. Yangel Herrera. Well-timed tackle. Plenty of support here. Bellingham. Aurélien Tchouameni. Jude Bellingham. Really fine play to keep possession. Eder Militao. Bellingham. Really inventive stuff from Real here. Delightful passing.
Yeah, it's difficult to play against, you know.
Vinicius Junior. He fancies it. Well, a powerful effort, but just wide. And beating the defender. But a good piece of tidying up. Pressure exerted, but he keeps the ball. Oh, tremendous vision. Oh, it looked really promising for them. Federico Valverde. Yangel Herrera. Martinez. Christian Stuani. Perfectly positioned to take it away. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Good looking move. Here's Valverde. High quality defending. Viktor Tsigankov. Martinez. On to Stuani. Thoughtful play. They opened them up. And it was a good-looking sequence, but it comes to an end. Tchouaméni is with Vinicius Junior. Good tackle. Viktor Tsigankov. Delightful pass. I think they were expecting a bit more from that attack. Well, made it look routine, but read it well. Federico Valverde. Given away by Real Madrid. Federico Valverde. Danger building. And Valverde. Trent Alexander-Arnold. And possession lost there. Well, that's how to shield the ball and control it. Must take the lead here. Very alert defending to cut off the supply. Effective press. Aurélien Tchouaméni. And on to Alexander-Arnold. Getting in there to intercept. Rudiger. And Valverde. And the defensive intervention there.
Yeah, no messing about there. He saw that coming, didn't he?
Martin. Krejci. And here's Lamar. Intercepted effortlessly. Federico Valverde. Jude Bellingham. And on to Alexander-Arnold. Tchouaméni. Rudiger. And Valverde. Released it nicely. The keeper making sure that was pushed well away from danger. Mbappe. Nicely played. Oh, a fine stop. In it goes! At the second time of asking, and the keeper feels hung out to dry.
Well, looking at the replay, this is a really good initial save. You've got to feel sorry for him that the ball falls to an opponent. I'm not sure he could have done much more, to be honest.
One 0 then. Lamar. And here's Lamar. On to Estuani. Well, it's a very attractive passing sequence. Good weight on that pass. And the decision is one of offside here. Christian Estuani. Decent position. And teammates to play it to. Promising possession, this. Sigankov. Decent idea. Another successful intervention, winning the ball back. Aurelien Tchouameni. Mbappe with it. Tchouameni. Lovely tempo here. Well, trying to take their time, but not enough care on the ball. Christian Stuani. And fed forwards. It's a nice looking ball. Threat over for now, it seems. Federico Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Aurelien Tchouameni. Holding on to what they have is the priority, apparently.
Yeah, they're loving this, aren't they?
Showing good situational awareness. In a decent position. Lemar. Now giving the ball away. Vinicius Junior. On the ball, Rudiger. Possession given away, unfortunately. Well, shielding the ball admirably. Bellingham. Rudiger. Now with Bellingham. Mbappe. And threaded through by Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. Can he play it in? Well, passing moves like this will keep confidence levels up.
Yeah, probing for an opening, aren't they?
Could be! A really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. And Bellingham. And Valverde. Given away by Real Madrid. Lemar. Herrera. And here's Lemar. Yangel Herrera. Composed and patient passing. And just like that, they don't have the ball anymore. Rudiger. Here's Valverde. Ball control is the key. Well, inching towards half-time, Real Madrid hold the advantage. What strikes you about their performance so far?
Yeah, it's been a decent first half, and I think they'll be the happier going in at the break, even if it is a narrow lead. They'll certainly be looking to extend that in the second period, though.
Blint. Martin. Victor Sigankov. Real Madrid doing well to regain possession here. Jude Bellingham. Well, it's a pretty low line at the moment.
Yeah, they look happy to put the shutters up and defend. When you sit back like this, you're just asking for trouble.
Lemar. Yangel Herrera. And danger averted. Well read. Bellingham. Scope for another goal. Super pass. Valverde. Well, that's good defending. Well organised at the back.
Well, they could break at pace.
Valverde. And here's Lamar. Trying to tee it up. We saw the situation developing.
Playing with a flow and intensity.
Will he play it in?
And they've done it to square the game once again. Exhilarating.
So in business once more on the back of that very important equaliser. 1-1. Jude Bellingham. And Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Tchouaméni. Real Madrid have given it away. Lovely ball. A really good pass.
Can they nudge in front?
Did well to clear it away.
Yeah, he's done well there. Sometimes you've just got to get rid.
Tchouaméni. Now Eder Militao. Alexander-Arnold. So a throw in here. Martin. Successfully cut out. Vinicius Junior. Well, in terms of added time, a minimum of 1 minute. Martin. Martinez. And they have possession again. Tchouaméni. Mbappe. And Bellingham. A chance then for the respective managers to address their challenge. So they get the second half going here. Eder Militao. Ladislav Krejci. Well, sitting deep and just trying to form a really coherent block. Well, they keep working away, looking for an opening. Good strength to keep the ball. Martinez. Daley Blind. And here's Lamar. And in the perfect position to read it. What can Real do from this position? Well, it came to nothing in the end. Now counter-attacking possibilities. They keep going. Arnau Martinez. Intelligent ball. Sigankov. And routine for the keeper in the end. The cross far too close to him. Bellingham. Here's Valverde. Eder Militao. Valverde. Federico Valverde. Here's Mbappe. Moving the ball more than decently, but can they take the lead?
Yeah, nice, but just need a bit more now, don't they?
Not the pass he had in mind. Martin. Yangel Herrera. Ladislav Krejci. Lamar. On to Estuani. And a lot to like about this attack. That's a good-looking pass. Mbappe. And on to Alexander-Arnold. Kylian Mbappe. Getting involved in some playmaking. Not showing good patience. Oh, it's on! And a goal! Just like that, they're back in front!
Well, here it is again, and Vinicius Junior does well to get his head up, pick out the pass. And as soon as he's through 1v1 with the keeper, he just smashes it. Such power in the strike, it's brilliant.
So back underway at 2-1. Tight contest here. Oh, got into position brilliantly. And the cross goes in. Very effective pass. Chance to set up an equaliser from the corner. Who's going to get on the end of it? Rudiger is with Vinicius Junior. Well, when you have the lead, you can play in this manner, keeping the ball like this. Bellingham. Delivered into the area here. Takes it cleanly, but unable to steer it away from the goalkeeper. Viktor Tsigankov. Martin. Tsigankov. Making use of his physical strength to hang on to it. And a free kick here. Van de Beek. Herrera. Crossing opportunity. Real using width to good effect. Alexander-Arnold. Good looking cross. Brilliantly blocked. Krejci. Donny van de Beek. Martin. Accuracy left a bit to be desired.
Oh, it's unlucky that. Right idea, though.
Bellingham. And Valverde. Well, that one has promise. And in the right position to make sure it didn't go all the way through. Options in the middle. Arnau Martinez. Well, we have 30 minutes to go. Tsigankov. And fed forwards. Still trying to make something happen. Good looking move, and in a perfect position to cut it out. Ángel Herrera. Ball retention so important. Herrera. Onto Estuani. Nicely constructed. Christian Estuani. Alexander-Arnold. And Valverde. Aurélien Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni. On the ball, Rudiger. Federico Valverde. They want another goal. Moving the ball nicely. Mbappe. And just content to clear that one away. It will be a throw-in. Well, Real Madrid are going to make the change now. Federico Valverde. Really good interception. Arnau Martinez. Here's Blind now. Martin. And he has options available. And a good-looking ball. They could level it. decent position. And he read it well defensively. Tchouaméni. Here's Valverde. Aurelien Tchouaméni. Attacking possibilities for Real. Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. Here's Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Can he find the right pass? Jude Bellingham. Showing good situational awareness. Arnau Martinez. Martin. Ángel Herrera. Under pressure, doesn't seem to be bothering him. Martin. Oh, that's an interesting pass. And this to level it. Stuani! And a solid stop there. They will now make use of their substitutes bench. Let's see about the delivery. Bellingham. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Targets available, cross comes in. Just have to look a bit lively given the pressure. Well, nicely cut out. Rudiger. Decent position. Well, he gave it quite the whack, but not on target. Space to cross it. Doing everything possible to keep possession. Now maybe room here for the counter-attack. Lamar. And Blint. Martin. And taking it away. Eder Militao. Bellingham. Just wasn't going to part with the ball. Oh, got into position brilliantly. A quarter of an hour remaining here. Mbappe. And Bellingham. Can they set up a chance? Vital intervention. And Real pushing to add to their lead. It's a corner. Trying to deliver it accurately. Donny van de Beek. And now back with the keeper. Viktor Tsigankov. Tsigankov. And showing good game awareness. Alexander-Arnold.
And it's a quality pass.
Very quick thinking there. Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Valverde. Happy to play keep ball, and why not? They're showing good defensive judgment. Herrera. Sigankov. And here's Lamar. Donny van de Beek. Daley Blind. Lamar. Blind. Ladislav Krejci. And here's Lamar. Daley Blind. Lamar. Well read to win possession back. Van de Beek. Well, time is of some concern. Can they level matters? Mbappe.
Well, they've worked so hard to be in front here, and that's been recognised by the supporters. They just need to hold on now. There's not long left.
And a decent delivery. They needed a bit more downward direction on the header. And time for the change now. Herrera. Well, still playing here. Real Madrid want to make this a victory. Interested in your thoughts on their overall performance?
Yeah, it's been a great first half. If they can hold on for the win in these closing stages, they'll be delighted. It's been a hard-fought contest, a game that could have gone either way, but once getting in front, they won't want to concede now.
Good distribution. Brahim. Here's Valverde. Jude Bellingham. That's a good-looking ball. Donny van de Beek. Ladislav Krejci. Ivan Martin. And very nicely positioned to win it back. Aurelien Tchouameni. Vinicius Junior. Now with Bellingham. Decent looking pass. Vinicius Junior.
Can he deliver? And a goal! They lead by 2 now. And that allows them to breathe a bit more easily.
Well, if we watch this again, it's all about being alert in and around the box. And when the ball falls to him, he's clinical. That's a really nice finish.
So on with the action, and 3-1 the scoreline at the moment. Lamar. Krejci. And here's Lamar. Sigankov. Martinez. And Blind. Viktor Tsigankov. Martin. Composed play in possession. How did they let that attack come to an end?
Well, they managed to snuff that out quickly, didn't they?
Well, using the space really well, but now can they push on? And a good-looking ball. And a long way off target with the header.
Yeah, this is great defending. There's so much pressure on him just as he's about to head this. Means he can't hit the target.
Arnau Martinez.